Hi, my name is Charlie Bradford, and this is my book to film adaptation of American Sniper. Today, I'm going to be covering my thesis, my first claim, my second claim, and my third claim. My thesis. My thesis is that the American Sniper film made several omissions and changes from the novel. The results show a slightly skewed version of Chris's motivations and mental state to the audience that isn't loyal to the novel. Claim number 1. The film focuses mostly on Chris's hunt of Mustafa. Mustafa is the sniper that Chris chases throughout the movie. Chris never actually has any interaction with Mustafa. Mustafa is more of a local legend. This is important because it demonstrates how Chris's motivations throughout the film are different than in the novel. Chris is chasing Mustafa because Mustafa kills a lot of his buddies, like Mac and Biggles. And this changes the ending. In the film, Chris Kyle kills Mustafa, and after that, he finally decides to call it quits. And for my first evidence, I never saw him, but other snipers later killed an Iraqi sniper who we think was him. This shows that he never actually chased Mustafa, and that it was likely just a random sniper that was killing American soldiers. And for my second evidence, this is a clip of American Sniper.
If you got it, take it, man.
Aim small, miss small. Do it for Bagels.
And that shot is important because he says, do it for Biggles, showing his motivations for enrolling in another. Okay. That shot is important because it shows why he enrolled in another deployment in order to chase Mustafa, because Mustafa killed his friend Biggles. Claim number 2. The film makes Chris a lot more likable than the novel version, making the character more relatable but not necessarily portraying Chris truthfully. Chris is a lot more unlikable in the novel than in the film. Why is this important? It doesn't portray Chris in an honest way, and it isn't true to the real life and in the novel version. They make the character a lot more likable in order to engage the audience more and want the character to fight more. And this is an excerpt from Taya Kyle, Chris's wife. When he re-enlisted anyway, I thought, okay, now I know. Being a SEAL is more important to him than being a father or a husband. This shows that Chris isn't exactly Father of the Year, and that he's prioritizing his job over his family. And that doesn't really make him a very likable person. But in this next film clip, you'll see how the film version makes him seem like a very great father and a great man. And my second piece of text evidence is that I've always believed that your responsibility is to God, family, and country in that order. He disagreed. He put country ahead of family. This is another excerpt from Taya Kyle.
Hands in the air. Hands in the air. Now you drop them toes. You drop.
Oh, baby,
Look at you.
can I tell you something?
Tell it to the judge.
No, I'm so proud of you. And I don't tell you enough. It's true. You're such a great father. I'm so happy that I've got my husband back. And I also know how hard you fought to get here. Tell me what else. Did you those jeans?
Yes, ma'am. I played that right down the middle.
You're just a regular old cowboy, man.
That's what I ordered.
Bring any tours with you.
I got 4 minutes.
Is that all it takes?
That's 2 minutes. And then I got 2 minutes to look at you.
Aren't you going to the range? Where are you taking out?
This Marine, his mama kept asking me, she parts cars in elementary school. She said, can you help out my son? I just thought, Dave is here and I'm doing something. I'm just going to be just a little bit of the afternoon after that. What's up?
Dad, you want to play Skylanders?
No, I can't play right now. I'll do when I get back, but you got to see you're on level 8. That doesn't work. I got to be on level 4, and I want to win. You got to let me win.
Run away. Help the bear.
What?
Help the bear.
What?
Help the bear. No, you're supposed to roar like
Like what? Like a beast, right? Like what? All right, Bubba. Y'all look after our women, okay? Okay, it's a big responsibility.
This shows that Chris is a great father. I mean, it shows how he engages with his children. He has a loving relationship with his wife, and he's just overall a great guy. But the film isn't accurate to the movie version. A lot of that dialogue isn't seen in the film, and likely Chris was a great father, and I'm sure he was a wonderful husband, but it's not accurate to the novel. Chris's PTSD is more talked about in the movie than in the book. This demonstrates how Chris largely hid his PTSD in order to not seem weak. This is important because it largely makes Chris seem weak in the movie. And not weak, but the PTSD is a lot less talked about in the book, and it's very much shown in a key part in the film, and it doesn't really accurately represent Chris's mental state. I figured I was just having a hard time adjusting. I didn't think it was anything serious. This shows that Chris doesn't really take PTSD very seriously, and that it's not a main component in his life at home. But in this next movie short, we will see why that's not true.
Chris? Babe. And I'm going outside. Look at you. It's your face again, babe. Looks good.
Good.
Looks different. So the game's this Saturday. You know, he's the tallest kid on the team. Doctor said he could be 6'4". Isn't that insane? I can't wait to do the same play. I go so crazy though when the other kids jump on him. Like I need you there as like a lover, you know? Like, hey, maybe you could even coach, you know? Kenna's gonna lose that tooth, and I'm so worried she's gonna swallow it, like in her sleep or something. And she said she'd let you pull it, but only you. Would you do that?
This shows that Chris's PTSD is a big part of his life, and the film more accurately portrays his PTSD. Thank you.